Yeah, I'm super happy because I won this match. I think I was easy because I was very lucky.
I think my games were pretty good. Maybe a few minor missteps, but I won, so yeah, can be sad.
I think anyone can reach in the final because there was only good players left in the bracket. But I think Thijs is a good player.
Most of the time I just look what is the most mana efficient, what is he going to play next turn, yeah, what is on the board of course, yeah, just what other, always think a few turns ahead.
So Arneej versus xTracKyStyLe, and they had those different finishes yesterday because xTracKyStyLe, as you mentioned, he just went to the dome 3-0 with Shaman, and Arneej was struggling versus Athanas. There was this game where Athanas actually had the win, but he didn't play Arena Lock, and Arneej did take advantage of that and actually burn him down with a lot of spells.
That was the last game of yesterday's broadcast, and it ended up 3-1, but it should have been 2-2. And we would have one additional game between Arneej and Athanas, but Athanas just gifted him the win by not playing Rina Jackson for no apparent reason.
They're good friends now, I suppose, kind of, right? Like a nice gift of the win. It's like, thank you for the gift.
Sure, it's ribbon wrapped.
Yeah, it's pretty good. And they are obviously fighting again to double the money and to double the HCD points. So trying to get 5 instead of 2 and getting 2,500. But they should be happy already with $1,000. It's a lot of money for this kind of tournament.
And I see, is this the first hunter of the tournament? I haven't seen any hunter, guys. We are having a hunter here, and
this is the first time for the past 3 days.
I think it fits the strategy pretty well. If you also look at the other decks with the Shaman, it might have a similar strategy. And well,
oh my God, will it be Aggro Paladin to Divine Favors?
Was he playing Aggro Paladin yesterday?
I'm not sure.
The only thing that I'm worried about is that we are playing Last Hero Standing here and not Conquest. In Conquest, it's really good to go 3 similar decks, because if your opponent has a deck that is weak against one of them, it's normally weak against all 3 decks.
Yeah, that's a good point.
In Last Hero Standing, you have to cover everything a bit. So, yeah, it can be amazing in some matchups, but if you face a deck that is just really good against aggro, you might struggle against it. So, I will still say that it might be in Secret Paladin.
Yeah, like Contra Warrior, for example, just winning 3-0 versus your decks.
Yeah, and also in Reno Lock or something in that way that might get problematic.
Definitely. We don't know what that hunter is yet, but it's important that the players could change the decks for today, and they were thinking about the whole top 4, or like whole top 8 actually, because they cannot change the deck after this round. And Thijs, what was your strategy coming into the top 8 and how you were thinking about winning the whole tournament?
So I was facing Powder, and Powder is somebody that can change a lot. Like, he has shown in the past that he can just change his whole lineup, so it was really hard already, and I did so well with the 3 decks I had that I actually didn't want to change, but Patron was really, really bad against him, so went for the Control Warrior. It surprised him really, but yeah, the first game was really important, was really deciding the series and the matchups, and but it was a really good series, and I was really happy about my run here. Winning the Swiss part and going to the top 8, I think it's
definitely strong. Started with a 6-0 overall, so that was pretty nice.
Yeah, but only lost one.
Yeah, I lost only one game, but I'm out. So
happens, man.
That can happen. Wow.
You can lose at the wrong moment.
We are finally going to see the Malygos Warlock, I believe, because Arneej was playing it in the Swiss part. He was playing it yesterday as well, but we haven't seen it because he didn't even need it.
Yeah, I faced him in the Swiss part, and there he played also melee lock, so it took me actually a bit off guard. I had no idea.
So what's the
what is?
Oh my God!
Yeah, he's
Arneej was playing Freeze Phase yesterday, right?
Yeah, he was.
Well, I guess xTracKyStyLe saw that too. I see instead of just a Kazan, also a Flare being there. So.
But it's kind of.
Yeah, but if you don't draw one of them, you at least have.
Yeah, but now you're facing a Warlock, and you have like those subpar cards in your hand. When usually Hunters suffers from a simple fact that is not drawing cards well, right? So you
Flare
have
draws you a card.
Yeah, it's great, man.
Yeah, it's great.
Then you will get a Palette Shredder, an example, or the Quick Shot for 4 mana. Amazing investment.
Arneej's face when he saw the Flare is like,
okay, happy I didn't start Freeze Phase here.
Oh man. So this is something we talked about before, but xTracKyStyLe apparently jumped on the response train, or like he's backing a lot of cards that are conditional. And Lothar, you've mentioned yourself that those cards do not work often. Where we were commentating the Gara match, I believe, with Double Big Hunter.
That would be awesome to do like yesterday, when you can switch for the strategy tomorrow, because you can play those decks. Sorry, you could have played those decks yesterday just for one game, for one match. But today you have to stick with those in the semifinals and the finals if you get to it. So imagine if you play like a double Flare, double Kazan Mystic deck, or two of his decks are like built like that, and he then has to face decks that are not playing secrets at all. Would be kind of terrible. But first, what he needs to do is defeat this Warlock.
Yeah.
And still have a chance to be queued up against the Paladin or Mage.
Yeah, truly. But on the other hand, you know, for a player like xTracKyStyLe, do you really think about winning the whole tournament? Just winning versus Arneej would be a great achievement already. Just doubling the money, getting $2,500, where you have a chance to just lose there and end up with 1,000. So, Thijs, what do you think about it?
Yeah, I think it's the best way to combine it. Like, you cannot go with like a really weak strategy, of course, so you still want to go for good matches. But you also want to have consistent decks. I at least had that, so for me that means that I switched one deck out, but I still wanted my consistent decks.
Yeah, it's really like Arneej got... oh, man,
I love the red decks, you know, it's like...
Yeah.
Oh, it's not Huffer. What? It's always Huffer.
So actually we see here a match where both players started up really slow. Arneej only had the zombie chow turn 1, and I don't think he did anything else than just tapping. And now that actually gave xTracKyStyLe the time to just develop finally the board here after not doing much in the just drawing with the flare.
What do you think about playing the Animal Companion instead of the Kazan Mystic on turn 4? Wouldn't you like favor curving out on turn 4 so you can play Animal Companion Hero Power on turn 5, or even just play Hyman on turn 6? Because now Hyman is also Big Game Hunter, you know, light. I would say.
Yeah, but that's a bit hard to say because they're the Layok. But it's but the thing is, Kazan is just a 4/3. Everything you can get from the Animal Companion, it's already better.
Yeah, that's true. But on the other hand, like, I think he wanted to play Kazan Mystic, but he did not play it because he felt like maybe he can still conceal it and not really show it. Like, he brought those cards specifically to surprise his opponent, to steal those secrets and win the matchups really fast, to cheese him out a bit. But right now, this is the worst case scenario for xTracKyStyLe.
I don't think you can think about concealing cards when your matchup is already slowed down by the fact that you have subpar cards. So you just need to be like, usually when we play Hunter, we want to squeeze that hero power every single turn because it's so important to have that card draw in form of the hero power instead, right? Because
Yeah, I agree with you.
Hunter is so light on card draw.
I just tried to explain like why he didn't play it in at that position, which definitely seemed like
Brand
choice.
just on hard casted on the board. It sounds bad.
You're gonna take a lot of damage.
Yeah,
And
but this pushes Hunter to destroy the Brand Bronzebeard, right? Because it's so
secondly
valuable for the Warlock.
that's true. That's totally true. Also, getting some Unleash value against melee.
Oh!
Oh.
It's actually quite nice.
No.
Oh, I got Unleash is 3 damage. Roll both. 2 hounds.
Yeah, I just
3
wanted to say,
damage.
like,
And it is such a horrible card in this matchup. I would have loved to just drop the Unleash
Unleash
here.
would have been awesome. You push
Yeah.
for 6 damage for 3 mana. You kill one of the hyenas anyway, and your 2 minions are still not dead to Hellfire. You need to Shadow Flame that, an example. But you already see that this might not be a... actually, you don't see if it's a Reno Jackson or Malagas Warlock, because we didn't see any
dragon.
pairs,
Yeah.
right?
No, we didn't see anything, so it might really be, give him information that it might be in Reno. That's totally true.
If xTracKyStyLe did his research, he should know. Like, Arneej was not really hiding the fact that he was playing Malagas Warlock. But yeah, like overall, at this very moment, he's.
But he
not
can also
sure.
switch.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
kind of a similar playstyle. Not really, but it has similar things.
So this is a tough spot overall.
Yeah, I think you cannot get away by not dealing with this board at all. You at least have to start doing something here, and Hellfire is a good start.
Dark Bomb, just to limit the
Yeah.
attack.
Like with this, it costs you a lot. It even costs you some life, but you finally deal with the board, and maybe that might help him to get back. Oh, wow,
man.
that's
That's damage again, and Malygos just doesn't have that many heals. There are with their double heal bot, the double Farseer possibly.
yeah. Well, normally you see one Farseer. Bran is also Bran together with an heal bot or a Farseer adds a lot, but we saw also Bran already being gone. And I don't think that you can really afford to play double Farseer often, so it might get, yeah, it will be, Arneej won't have that many times anymore, probably.
So implosion time, and then you get punished by Unleash the Hounds.
Ah, that's a good question. Well, he has still one dark.
The Abusive
Dark
is
Bomb
pretty
and
good
Abusive
here,
Surgeon
too.
would be
Yeah.
a good option, maybe to.
If you don't trust your Implosion, you shot for sure.
But I would favor the Farseer this time instead of the Azure Drake, I think, because you still have a lot of cards that you can use in the future, and if you bait out the hunters, the Unleash the Hounds this turn with 2 minions, then you want the minions to be less important on the board anyway.
Okay, the most important thing to do at the hunt. It's also, I like the classes that always start with their hero power. It says it says something that the hero power is the most important thing to do. You have to. It's only warrior and hunter normally that starts like smacking on the hero power. Like it's
And
really that
sometimes
way.
Warlock, right? It
Yeah,
depends on the build.
Yeah,
of
of
the
course,
Warlock, but
that's true. But that you can really see at these classes that they just
they excel at the
Yeah.
strategy that is built into the deck, right?
Yeah.
It's just like, yeah, my hero power is actually something I would like to do anyway
Yeah.
with the cards I have in my
But
hand.
Yeah.
But do you ever see like Paladin starting with a hero power?
No.
Like almost never.
Paladin
or-
and Warrior are like, oh, I have 2 mana that I can't use, so let's hero power.
Well, there's the Hillbot.
Oh wow, that's actually a great pickup here. There.
Yeah, he may still escape the range.
Oh, and this is always the problems I have also with hunters. The since there is also the bear trap now there. It's so problematic to what to attack and.
It's true. And now the most difficult decision to make. Should I sacrifice the Azure Drake? Or should I just ram face for 4? But then the Unleash the Hounds might be problematic. And this is why I would love to see the Farsi being played last turn. Because you will know that you will probably trade. Because you're in such bad position, right?
Well, if there's a freezing trap, that hero bot will work wonders.
No, I'm sure that it's a bird trap.
Yeah, otherwise you should at least
Should
not leave
kill
it up.
Yeah, you should kill
You can still kill it with
Hillbot.
the unleash if you want with the mark, but that's. Yeah, Melilok doesn't really play. What are the taunts? There is the Twilight and
There's
the
a Belcher.
Twilight Guardian.
One Belcher. There's
One-
like one Belcher.
I think it plays Twilight Guardians, double Twilight Guardian.
yeah.
So I think you really want to keep your Hunter's Mark for that. Now
Might be
actually
true.
the Unleash can work out really well together with the Kill Command and the Hunter's Mark. Like also having this weapon, there will be still a lot of damage that Arneej is gonna face.
Big
big
Hunter is a
hunters.
blank. Yeah, 2 big hunters in this deck mostly is the standard because you run abusive, so you have a lot of ways to deal with bigger minions.
And also the fact that you probably would like to keep the removal in form of Soulfires and Dark Bombs in your hand for the Malygos turn.
Yeah,
So you need other form of removal for big minions.
true.
Oh man, how frustrating is this for Arneej to see? Like he started so slow this match, and now you see Kazan and Flare already being
Yeah,
played,
and
and
you're
you started with the class that doesn't run any secrets. Oh,
it's
that's a
bird
bird.
trap. So one explosive trap, one bird trap is being played by xTracKyStyLe.
and there will be in third, well either as a snake or a freezing to totally.
Might be 2 explosives as well.
Yeah,
two
it can
explosives
also
makes
be.
sense.
But it has high main. It has it's not like a really aggressive hunter. It has 0 charges.
Maybe hybrid, kind of like hybrid.
Yeah.
0 charges, what are you talking about? There's like 500 hounds in there
Yeah,
and,
well,
and 2
okay,
huffers.
that's true.
Oh man, that
The game!
7
Yeah.
plus 5, 12, 14.
That's 800
seven-
damage.
yeah.
You don't need to count.
But I don't think you can do much more with that hand. You really had to do something, and there is the unleash. With this damage, yeah, it's some pretty big overkill.
Galar just smashed the
Gara just smashed into the door.
Gara just thought the doors was open.
Oh, okay.
Smashed the window.
Oh man, poor Gara. Because we
He
do
left
have
a smile on it, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he's always smiling. So
well, not anymore. Right now, he's crying in the bathroom.
okay.
That was funny.
Poor Gara. We have like the glass walls in here, so that's why
Yeah.
it's pretty hard. But yeah, xTracKyStyLe.
Yeah, he just won, like, you know, by going face.
And now
Yeah.
now actually flares and Kazan Mystic will be useful.
Oh man,
There's
yeah, you
Paladin-
really cannot go freeze mage. Like there are ways you can play around them, but it always makes the matchup so much horrible, especially Kazan. So I really think you just have to hope with Paladin. Flare not is good, but not insanely impactful from time to time. They're still in 6 mana, 6/6 on the board.
It's still hard though. Like Kazan and Flare are conditional, but they can hit those sweet spots. For example,
Yes.
you can just steal Avenge or like steal Noble Sacrifice and attack with your minion, open the way, so Kazan can be really good. And it's still a 4/3 body. And with Flare, obviously, like you kind of want to hit Mysterious Challenger. But I've played many games in the very beginning with Mysterious Challenger started to be a thing, and Hunter was still playable because people were able to play it. The Flare sometimes just doesn't work. Like there are no secrets. Or like you just are forced to play Flare before Mysterious Challenger, or even after Mysterious Challenger, it's still 6/6, and you just spend 2 mana doing not much overall.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. So that's why I would really, I really think Arneej will go here with the Paladin, not going with the Freeze Mage, if it is a Freeze Mage at least.
He was playing Freeze Mage yesterday, so possibly.
And it won't fit in the lineup. Like if you like the more control style, I think if you are a control player, the last thing you like to play is Tempo Mage. At least that's my experience.
And
yeah,
it's
it
not good.
feels
It's
so
so-
out of your control,
Yeah,
right?
it feels really rough to play. At least I have a really rough time to play that deck.
Because you have Flame Wakers, which is like double the Juggler, right? And then
Yeah.
you have Unstable Portals, Arcane Missiles, and all those cards are like, yeah, I would rely the win on some rolls instead of my decisions, right? So he goes with the Secret Paladin.
So what do you guys think of the matchup is here? Who has an advantage, like just matchup-wise?
I think actually this is okay for the Secret Paladin. It's really not that bad, and especially for if it is a slower hunter. We saw high main, and also they start not really promising. Might work out well for Arneej if he can not fall behind. Mad Scientist,
is one of the best draws in this situation, because first of all, Explosive Trap is awesome when you trigger your opponent to check for it, because you can't play Master for Battle if you want to attack with the weapon, right? To check for the trap. But if it's a bird trap, then you get
A free
minion for 0 mana.
for free, essentially, yeah. But on the other hand, Arneej does have a great opening there. Not only Shield Minibot and Knife Juggler, but also the Cog Hammer can do a lot of work overall. Not only just stopping the damage, but also helping you to keep your board intact and killing your opposing minions.
Oh, going with the Knife Juggler here. Aggressive start. He has the secrets to answer a possible 2-drop from the Hunter. So I think he's not really planning on playing Minibot next turn and going with the secrets. That's why I always like coining out Minibot more. It feels like safer. And sometimes it's worse, but it feels like it cannot go wrong.
Yeah, and here, like, obviously what can happen was a quick shot, but I would not expect Glaive Zuka from xTracKyStyLe, so Arneej is feeling pressured, maybe.
Isn't this always the case? Like, you put these tech cards in, and when you want them, then they are not there.
It always happens.
I remember like at the time where I like double BGH in my Druid to like totally cover handlock, and I just lost so hard by not drawing the BGHs.
Yeah, that's what happens usually.
Well, not looking.
I was like playing 10 for BGHs all games long.
You just got a freezing trap. Be quiet.
Oh,
Be quiet.
Oh man!
Don't tell him.
Don't tell him. He can hear us. No, he cannot hear us.
no.
But I do remember the game ties we had. I think they won. There was the game we opened even. There was Crane versus Karolinka. She had Kazan Mystic in Druid.
Yeah,
And Crane never got secrets. He just burned her down.
and now the interesting thing is, because Arneej, what he saw was the bear and the explosive trap,
traps,
and
snake trap might
they
be
will
a
both
thing,
they
right?
will both have triggered. So now he actually knows it has a trap to impact the board. What is?
The third one, right? And the
Yeah.
options are
Snake.
Dark Trap.
Oh, that's an option, or is that even an option?
It's not misdirection,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So it has to be either that trap or freezing trap. Oh, snake trap, and it's getting
that
wrecked.
is-
The freezing trap.
Oh wow.
How much value did that freezing trap
That
bring?
freezing
Not
trap
pretty
was
decent.
One for-
I
one
have
for
some
free?
burst.
One for free.
Well, in
like-
6-4 with Divine Shield and Taunt, I mean,
Yeah, but also like the secrets that he actually lost. Like not only dealing with the minion, but basically he lost Avenge for nothing
yeah.
because it got just returned.
Yeah.
And freezing trap was for free because it was from Mad Scientist. So the card value overall was great as well.
but a 6-4 with Taunt and
That was
that's like that's a 6 drop.
that's like a Sunwalker. but
Yeah,
with different
Sunwalker with
stuff.
some different stats, and it's like a 6 drop.
And
think
you
that's-
have it's a knife juggler built in because it was a knife
Yeah,
juggler. so
yeah,
it had
yeah.
also his power.
So do you guys think he should
Wow.
not attack there? Just like
I would
patient.
have, I would have attacked with it. It's like 33% to get the trap that you wanted to get, right? And then when you see that he's playing bed trap and explosive trap,
Yeah.
he should be playing snake trap
Yeah.
because they snake trap and explosive trap and freezing trap have almost no interaction when they're being played randomly,
Yeah.
right? So it would make sense to play freezing trap. Snake trap in
Yeah.
this situation. So
Yeah.
I probably should have. I probably would have attacked also.
The problem when they're I thought it would be in Snake too. Like with Snake you cannot attack board, with Explosive you cannot really hit the face, so it's always a problem to play
Yeah.
against it.
Maybe he's playing 4 different traps.
Yeah, you never know.
Avenge can
Second
be
Avenge.
easily dealt with a quick shot.
yeah.
Yeah, and the curve that comes here in the next turns from xTracKyStyLe is also really strong.
And
That
suddenly,
would be so punishing.
yeah, suddenly Hunter has
Mhm.
tempo, and when Hunter has tempo versus Paladin, it's always tough.
It's only because the mad scientist.
Yeah, yeah, it's an
Amazing card. It's broken as
Oh
hell.
come on! If that would be explosive trap, that would have not mattered at all. It only would just hit the
It
divine
would
shield.
matter. It would have destroyed the divine shield, right?
Yeah, that's it basically.
Yeah,
That-
but that's a lot. If it would have been a bear trap, then you would have a free minion that could have been Houndmastered, an example.
no, you just he would attack into it with the juggler.
Just saying
so-
that Mad Scientist has insane value.
Yeah, yes, but
Mhm.
it rotates out, so we are good.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's fortunate.
and so one way I like it, but the other way, man, I love freeze mage. It's gonna hurt me too.
Yeah,
I'm
it
so
will.
like I was so happy the low tap went out. It was really exciting, and then I realized, oh wait,
Mad Scientist is gone.
yeah,
That was one of the most important cards in Freeze Mage, right?
yeah. Well,
Well, you
there
can still win without
I
it, right?
remember freeze mage being a pretty big thing before Words, where there were sometimes people that just played also less secrets, just one barrier
Well,
from time to time.
You can also just play card draws instead of the
Yeah.
Mad Scientist, right? It gets the deck slower,
Mm-hmm.
but it might be playable in new form. Who knows? We might have so much nerfs in the format that it will actually be slow enough to be played.
Which one? Which card?
I mean, just Freeze Mage might be
Mhm.
slow.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think like some kind of freeze mage will be playable. Like in the very beginning of Hearthstone, there were no Mad Scientists, and we still played like Giants freeze mage in a way, even after the freeze nerfs.
Okay, so
What just
Arneej.
happened?
No, he was.
Why? Well, you probably should not attack into the Pilot Shredder. Just gives additional damage to the Hunter.
Millhouse Mana Storm.
Oh,
It doesn't matter, to be honest.
Ooh.
Yeah,
But it's an interesting drop. It's
it's not a
always
beast.
interesting when it comes down.
It's actually Beast. Wait, is
No,
it
it's
a
not.
beast?
It's not a beast.
not
No, no,
a
no.
beast.
It's sitting on a beast. now.
Third Leok in a row.
Oh man, he
That-
wanted a huffer there,
Man.
That looks like my stream. When you get so much Leoks.
but he's actually winning.
Oh wow, the burn! Please give me some water.
Actually, I don't know if you're losing with Hunter getting Leox.
No, actually, it's not that bad. But I have stats on my stream just to see how many Leoks.
Oh really? You
Yeah,
have these
I'm
stats?
written that down.
And what is
For now, it's like 12 Leoks, 2 Mishas, and 3 Huffers.
Wow,
really?
Yeah.
Oh,
that's really one-sided.
okay.
And the Paladin concedes. There is nothing that
Oh,
Arneej can do.
man.
xTracKyStyLe again.
Yeah.
Starting very strong, and now Freeze Mage is going to face this Hunter with Kazan Mystic and the Flare.
Yeah, there's a really rough series for Arneej. First game with the melee, he never played anything before turn 4, and now just getting wrecked by secrets without even without the
Even using
Kazan or
and the
Flare.
Kazan, right?
just-
Just the freezing trap was
Yeah.
like, I just flare your secrets by playing freezing trap.
Yeah, this
Because
is
that was the outcome.
it's really just everything goes a bit wrong here, and now it's not
I
not
just-
gonna be easy to come back from it with the freeze mage
I
left.
just like imagine xTracKyStyLe in those like dual photos. It's like they laughed at my flare. I laughed when I flared their ice block or whatever.
I'm just sure that when the freezing trap was activated, that should have been production should have just put the dude from Yu-Gi-Oh that says you just activated my trap card. That would have been perfect meme.
You nailed it. You nailed it. Absolutely. Well, xTracKyStyLe is in a great position to take the series, and not only he has a hunter that has a lot of hate, he still has his own secret paladin and shaman. And I like seeing that. I would expect
Also
Keza Mystic in the paladin as well.
If he wins this, actually, he conceals the information about 2 decks.
Yeah, that's pretty. Well, I think the shaman will be something similar to what was played yesterday. If you go trio with a deck, it's really hard to not go with it again.
Right? Yeah.
How can I make it better?
Yeah. So, but yeah, the paladin. I mean, if he has played some aggro paladin before, you never know. And not giving any information about secrets can also be a big thing.
Absolutely. And it's so cool for xTracKyStyLe because he's Romanian, and right now he is kind of defending the home ground. So this is his home ground, and I'm not sure if he's from Bucharest, but overall, you know, it gives you power if you're playing in your own country.
Yeah.
I guess.
If there were some Evans in Netherlands, I can maybe
You would feel
add
that?
that. Yeah,
I played
can
once
sing it.
on a LAN in Poland,
Yeah.
and that was the first IAM.
Okay. Well, I did win a big tournament in Poland before, and whenever I played like a international tournament in Poland, I felt a bit empowered because it's like a lot of people are counting on you. So like there even was a tweet that if xTracKyStyLe wins, there's a lot of people gathering outside of a university or whatever. So
Yeah.
a lot of people are vouching for him.
So as we see, it looks indeed being a freeze mage, and it is well,
This might look bad for Arneej. I mean, it's possible still to win, but it's getting harder and harder when you know that your opponent plays Flare and Cousin Mystic.
Yeah, and I also saw already like a low tap in the deck, what is also can be a really big thing. There are games where you can really play well around Kazan. Also play around Flare, but playing around both is going to be pretty rough.
Well, now he's getting kind of punished by playing secrets.
Yeah.
Wow.
But it's still, he will get value from that one mad scientist. Actually, the freezing trap is not that bad right now in this situation. When you think about it.
They're like all the traps are pretty bad against freeze mage,
Yeah,
and freezing is then one of the better ones. Once there comes an Ecolite or a second mad scientist or the LX, like it is okay.
Okay, so in this situation, I'm guessing Arneej would like to pop the mad
Arneej having the
scientist.
issues that he had yesterday too with his freeze mage, where he just has a 0 card draw in the early game.
Yeah. What did he cut for the torch?
There are versions that are playing like double torch and really burst heavy, and they are not playing Antonidas, so it can be that way. Not everybody's playing double fireball anymore.
So one fireball, one torch.
And
I think yesterday
sometimes
he
just one loot order or 0 loot. Like people are cutting sometimes cards, but it's always risky because
he is cutting card draw basically, right?
it can be, and it always is a bit tricky because card draw is really important in freeze mage. It makes the consistency less valuable.
Yeah.
It's good for him that he was able to use that ice barrier early, because that's some extra life that he got before he gets the flare.
But it looks horrible.
Oh
for
man, more secrets. It's really rough series for Arneej, just in general, like every time. Looking at the hands, and he just nothing gets really something on board or can make his play style that he wants with the deck happen.
Absolutely. So then you torch the juggler, I guess, here.
Yeah, you are at 33 lives, but
I
torch
don't know,
is-
man. I probably would just play the mad scientist. Because
That's not terrible.
you have a 50-50 to get the ice block anyway, and you need something on the board to get more value next turn, right? Because at this point, you need to somehow destroy the minions. If you just roaring torch the knife juggler, what do you do about the next minion that will be dropped on the board?
Yeah, well, I think Arneej is now really looking just for some freeze in the future turns. Oh, even an all. It's gonna be good on a Doomsayer.
Yeah.
There's
Seems good.
also Boom. Yeah, there are not many cards in the deck that are not good against freeze mage from xTracKyStyLe. Now I look at it.
He prepared
bear
specifically for
trap.
freeze mage.
Yeah, like I can see it. I mean, if you look at the two other decks like Paladin and Shaman, they are getting totally covered well by Freeze Mage. Expecting there are not that many techs in it, but
There might be mystics in
yeah,
those, you know.
you don't know.
I'm just waiting for the other players that are in this tournament, Lothar. Like, remember the Malagos from Purple at DreamHack Winter? So, like, I just wait for all the players to say, yeah, I actually had this Hunter ready with the Chasm Mystic and
For
Flare,
sure,
but,
man.
but I just decided not to take it last minute.
29 for sure.
Okay, okay.
That was
I
the
mean,
same with Malagos.
That was with the Malagos Warlock, but I'm betting that it's not the case with Hunter. When no one brought the Hunter, like literally no one, right?
Well, you played the Hunter
Mhm.
Oh yeah, yeah.
in a show match.
With Malagos, look at that.
Yeah,
Oh.
actually. He combined the two good things about
Yeah.
the
And look how it is doing now.
See, and now he played Mad Scientist, even though it would have been way better the previous turn, because you're still in a pickle, and your opponent just just got another better minion than the juggler.
This is giving this might give quite a lot of information if you play all year.
Yeah, you probably should not play it.
What do you think about just the low tip?
Yeah, it's amazing. Like once you go to the turn 8, it's not gonna be that good anymore. There's always the Frost Nova that can have an effect. I think low tap, if you can drop it at turn 6 or 7, it's the best thing to do for all the aggro and mid-range decks. It's the most annoying turn for the Freeze Mage. What can there happen? Yeah, you can
only
play
Emperor, right?
Yeah, Emperor, but on 5 cards, is that gonna be...
Well,
Amazing.
what can happen is actually just attack with the Mad Scientist into a piloted Shredder and then ping it, get a Doomsayer, and clear the board.
The thing I also don't like here, Arneej knows there is Kazan and Flare, and now you silence a Mad Scientist. I mean, it gives quite a lot of information. These cards might not be here yet.
Also, there's a Frost Nova.
Oh my god.
Well,
It's so, like, now he's drawing all the secrets, and the deck from xTracKyStyLe is made around the secrets, but they are known.
Arneej is like, I didn't even need my Mad Scientist, bro. I just got all the secrets anyway.
Too
Yeah.
bad that there will be the Mad Scientist. Sorry, the Flare Orchesm showing up at some point. I'm guessing, right?
Yeah. And then he can activate Ice Block, steal, activate Ice Barrier, steal the Ice Block.
So what beast will show up? Which beast? Emperor Cobra.
That's an interesting one.
That's a
Not
beast.
bad, I would
Yeah.
say. Not bad.
You can kill Extraza.
No, now there is no board almost left.
Yeah, no board to protect with the load, right? That's kind of...
I can drop it here, but...
You know that on turn 7 you would like to play just the Doctor.
Yeah.
Right? So if you play low tap right now, your opponent will most likely ping the Palette Shredder. No, ping the Palette Shredder
Okay.
and just trade with something from the Palette Shredder, most likely with the Mad Scientist, right? So your options are here. Do I want to use the hero power more, just to bank on more damage, and still play Dr. Boom and keep the low tap for future turns,
Yeah,
right?
I think now it's really good to also with Boom on in hand. You know you're gonna be fine on board. Your board will be scary. So now it's actually good to keep maybe the low tap there
For future turns,
for
right?
the later part where Arneej might go aggressive with the Alex.
You just play the low tap when you have board to protect it, or just keep the
Yeah.
low tap for a turn after you pop the block, or just to intercept the turn when your opponent would like to save himself with a crucial spell.
Yeah.
The first card draw card
Yeah.
being drawn.
Finally.
And now you actually also want to use the pick maybe to kill the Shredder, but
Yeah, but then the Emperor Cobra just straight out kills the Arclight.
yeah, yeah, that's true. That's true. But there are already secrets. There was already the freezing being played, right? So you know there is no freezing anymore, and it feels pretty fine then to just trade the 2/2 here in the 4/1
Yeah,
Shredder.
absolutely. Would you consider after that if there's... Oh, no, okay.
I think you also might just play Doomsayer. It looks really good. You prevent an high main, you prevent
There's
an
Cobra.
Boom. Yeah,
Cobra just kills.
that's true.
Yeah, I was thinking about it as well for a moment. Oh, he goes for it.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Why?
but it's...
It stops the attack from Cobra and you can draw more cards.
So you
Not
use
really.
2 mana to get 2 health?
xTracKyStyLe is just reading the Cobra just in case.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, do I understand
How does
how
it work? No, it's...
You have a green bottle.
the
It's not
Arca-
Mountain Dew.
Yeah,
Just stack dude.
but there
Just go
are
for
cards that say like it has to get damage, maybe. So
Yeah,
you're looking,
exactly.
oh, my Cobra doesn't get damage. Do I destroy it? I will read it too. I was pretty sure, but I will read it also.
Absolutely.
Just looking what it says. Oh man, no boom here.
Fourth.
You are
Fourth
just
here.
counting the layouts.
Yep. He knew it. Yeah, but he knew it
Yeah.
because there was a Cobra on board, right? So he
Yeah,
should knew it.
That was
Yeah.
obvious in a way. And now, who has the secrets? Who is the secret hunter now?
Emperor, kinda too late. Would have been great for 10-6.
Yeah.
But now
You do
it
flame strike
just-
this.
He's not happy about the layup.
You can actually. Can you attack?
You
with
should
your
attack
echo?
first.
You should attack.
You should attack
If there's
first.
a bird trap. Yeah.
No, wait, there's an explosive trap, so the bear trap.
But
would
you don't
have
know
not
what's
been
the.
triggered.
You don't know what's
It
the.
depends on which
sequence,
one is
right?
played first.
Yeah,
if the
exactly.
beer
No,
trap gets
no,
out.
because you need to deal the damage to the face
Oh,
to
okay.
activate the bear trap. So
Okay.
even
Okay.
if it's played first, the explosive trap triggers when the attack is initiated, and then the Collider Pain gets killed, and it doesn't deal damage, so it didn't pop the bear trap. If it actually would work the other way around, the bear trap would have been way better.
Oh man, I feel so bad for Arneej, knowing there's Kazan and Flare in the deck. Like we are seeing the hand what xTracKyStyLe has, but I can imagine his spot, and it's in your head all the time. He has Kazan, he has Flare, like.
But it's
in
not.
your head.
It's not terrible yet, right? Like he can go Thalness, Fireball, Doctor Bull.
Yeah, but what is your win condition if you remove every minion with your burn spells?
You still have Antonidas.
I don't know if he has it.
Why he's not attacking? He's expecting a second freezing trap, I guess.
Yeah, maybe he's not really sure about which secrets are there.
Well, that's
So
quite a lot
9,
of damage.
That's 9, 11, 14, 17, 19, but that's
Wait, what would you...
wants to kill the Emperor, I guess.
I don't like trading, to be honest. Just go face.
Yeah.
Well, you're in
He
such a
plays
great
he pla-
position to
yeah.
win, so why not take it slow?
So there is.
No, don't use the quick shot. Use your face. That's one of... Like, I don't know. In this situation, I would still save
But
the
now
Lotep.
Frost Nova is so good.
I would still save the Lotep in this situation. Just
Yeah.
play the Liquor Bow, attack to the Emperor if
Like-
I really need to trade, to get the damage on my face to play around Alexstrasza,
Mhm.
and still... And have additional free damage next turn with the second part of the bow, and still have the quick shot for a turn when your opponent could have played around the board somehow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and overall, it doesn't matter if you take damage below 20 versus Mage, because they have Alexstrasza, right?
And also for, well, we see Arneej's hand and it's super bad, but if there was a freeze in the hand, it will still be playable, and you will for sure play it anyway. If it was 3 mana or 8 mana,
Yeah.
you play it here. And yeah, really rough for Arneej to not have draw, not have any freeze effect. Like, it's really,
But
really
on the
rough.
other hand, can you really blame xTracKyStyLe for trying to stay at 28? Yesterday, Athanas thought he'd save at 22, and then he died.
23.
23 even. Yeah, and there was 27 damage.
Yeah, well, you can be scared. Yeah, you can be scared of that. I can see that.
Especially because Arneej is not doing anything this game. He's just playing
Yeah,
Secret.
he's not playing much at all.
I guess you need to play the Falnos. Doesn't really make a difference, and you need the card draw, right? Actually... Oh.
Ooh.
Well,
Well,
that's-
not impactful yet, but you're not
But
gonna.
this is the... I have the
Yeah.
win card in my sleeve. Just wait for it.
You
I think it's really impactful because you can just go for face here, and if there is Alexstrasza on you,
yeah, you keep him. You keep that card.
yeah.
Yeah, you don't play it for a cycle. That makes no sense.
No, he's like, oh man.
You don't need it. You have
Yeah.
13 damage. No.
Well, he
What
can
is
actually
this?
he can
Lethal.
actually get lethal if he gets something good.
Yeah. If he hit it,
He just
if
needs
it-
3 damage,
On free damage.
but you can have that next
Yeah.
turn.
To be honest, I would just value the bomb more just to deal the 1 damage to the face. Use everything to the face. Your opponent can't use the...
No, bomb attack was fine. Like if you hit face for free, just
Yeah.
win. Why not take the chance?
Yeah, but if you leave the bomb alive during your opponent's turn, you can win just by having the bomb on the board.
Why?
Because your opponent's ice
Oh,
block
there we
can
go.
trigger.
Arneej taking.
No, but they
his-
have flare anyway.
I actually like this play from Arneej, where he just goes for his out. You know there is Kazan, you know there is Flare, but with this hand, he actually could win the game. If he will pick up an Ice Lance, a Frostball,
Yeah.
the Fireball, another
Agree.
Torch, it was the win. So
He had a chance, so he played well. But xTracKyStyLe prepared specifically for that matchup and won exactly on that flare.
3-0 of Hunter.
wow.
Yeah, that was so cool to watch.
Hunter
actually.
has 100% win ratio in this tournament.
Why
You're
are,
right.
why are people playing Paladin and Druid when Hunter has 100% win rate?
I don't know.
Get it.
I don't know, it's just like...
Yeah.
it was a swift victory. Took like 20 minutes.
But honestly, guys, let's summarize. So xTracKyStyLe, we knew he's preparing aggro decks. He brings this Hunter deck, which is really teched versus Arneej. He ends up in a weird matchup, the first one, which he really didn't want to play, versus Malilok. He wins it. So, Tracky, congratulations, you're in the top 4. How does it feel?
So how was it for you? Was it easy to prepare against Arneej?
No, it was very difficult because he played freeze major. I was, I don't know. I'm.
You're still
It's nervous.
racing from the
Yeah.
game. Sure, man. Calm down. It's easy. Now you're top 4. Wait, what?
Okay, so
Hi, I'm supposed to be the translator.
Oh, okay.
So I'm sorry, I'm not in the frame. Oh, now I'm in the frame. Yeah, so I'm just gonna help him a little bit with his answers. So if you want to repeat that in English or in Romanian, it's up to you.
A fost un meci dificil, deoarece am jucat deck-uri care erau contra Shaman, contra Hunter. Nu știu ce să zic. Am foarte multe emoții acum.
He is very nervous, but he says that it was a difficult match because he had Can you repeat that again, please?
Meciuri foarte nefavorabile contra Shaman, contra Paladin.
He felt that the odds were against him because he was playing against Shaman, against Paladin.
Okay, so, but the Hunter was basically used only against the mage, or was the idea different behind using the Hunter?
Am aflat aseară ce joacă adversarul și am zis să facă Hunter-ul special pentru meciul lui, deoarece celelalte clase erau foarte slabe contra meciului.
Yes, that was basically the idea because yesterday he saw what his opponent would be playing and he
Okay.
wanted to craft his Hunter deck specifically for the mage.
and what about the first matchup? You faced Warlock in the first one. You probably were unhappy about facing Warlock with the Hunter deck, right?
Am crezut că o să joace Renoloc și am crezut că o să joace Renoloc și hai să mă duc față. Am văzut că are 2 Zombiciu, 2 Twilight Drake și mi-am dat seama că este Mali Warlock.
So initially he thought that he was going to play Arena Lock, but after he saw the cards, then he figured that it's going to be Maligo.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And also, a big question will be, have you prepared specifically for Arneej, or are you thinking also about the future opponents, about the top 4 in the final? What now?
Nu știu. Da, m-am pregătit special pentru deck-urile lui și acum dacă mai pot schimba, o voi face pentru Friki. Pentru Gianni Druid. Pentru oponentul care voi juca.
So initially, yeah, he just wanted to get past this match, but now he feels that he has a pretty strong deck and he's ready to face the next opponent.
Awesome. Good luck.
Yeah.
man.
All right. So, any specific words for your next opponent?
Da, am văzut că joacă aproape același lucru ca mine, Agro Shaman și va fi un meci echilibrat și sper să câștig.
He already knows that he's playing pretty much the same decks as he is, and he thinks that it's going to be a pretty balanced game.
Okay.
That's cool.
It would be pretty. I would be pretty happy to see a pretty balanced game. That would be cool.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Okay. All right, guys. So again, xTracKyStyLe, congratulations on advancing to the top 4. And now I believe we are ready for the top 4. Well, not with the players yet, but all the top 8 matches are finished. So our top 4 is known, but we need to prepare them for you guys. So just give us some time before we prepare the next match, and then we'll be back after a short break.